terrifying, right? Pretty scary. What's really scary is that we humans are killing way too many sharks, whether we know it or not. And this obviously has a pretty massive negative effect on ocean ecosystems, fisheries, and even our communities. WildAid has been working on using behavioral insights and communication campaigns to change consumer behavior and hopefully find a way to reduce our impacts on sharks. We learned about 12 years ago that up to 73 million sharks were killed each year for their fins and use in shark fin soup. And while we've made a lot of progress on addressing that, there's still a lot more work to do, and there's even now new threats. And I hope that a few of the lessons we've learned can help us to solve those problems going forward. Let me take you back to 15 years ago in China when the economy was booming, incomes were rising rapidly, people were starting to have enough disposable income to buy luxury goods like Prada and Gucci, but also shark fin soup, ivory. And you might have thought, if I told you that we're going to end the consumption of shark fin soup, you might have thought, you're crazy. You're a crazy person. And what we know is, and you would have said, but that's a centuries-old cultural tradition, and this is a cultural practice. You know, how are you possibly going to change the culture? Well, in fact, as we all know, culture is changing every day. And the question is, do you want to be part of that change? In China, the word for shark fin soup is actually fish wing soup. And when we started this work, the surveys we did showed that 75% of consumers didn't even realize that this quote-unquote shark fin soup was made from shark fin. So we got a lot of help along the way from trusted messengers like cultural icons like Yao Ming and Jackie Chan. And we knew that we had a big job of raising awareness so people understood the issue better, but also we needed to connect to the emotions and the values.
What if you could see how shark fin soup is made? If you could see how each year up to 70 million sharks are killed to end up in soup, could you still eat it? A third of all shark species are nearly extinct, but we can help save them.
Remember, when the buying stops, the killing can too.
So this was part of a much bigger campaign that included many other messages, not only focusing on the cruelty of finning sharks, but also the health impacts of the toxins and heavy metals, as well as the fact that you don't even really know what you're buying when you're paying that much money for something in a bowl that you can't really tell what it is. Our campaign was distributed nationally. We were, at the time, TV was the main medium. We were on 25 or more national TV networks, as well as getting the messages in airports and on airplanes and taxis and subways. And over time, over about 6.5 years, we were able to survey, and we learned that 85% of people we surveyed had stopped eating shark fin soup. And 65% of those said it was because of the campaign. And what that showed us is you can have a national impact, and you can actually change cultural and social norms. In the intervening years, in another Asian growing economy in Thailand, they were quietly consuming large volumes of shark fin. And I bet most of you wouldn't know that 50% of urban Thais had consumed shark fin in their lifetime, and 30% had consumed it in the last 12 months. This was in 2017. So that was 6.5 million consumers who were eating shark fin every year. You probably know that shark fin is consumed at social occasions, so weddings, family anniversary and birthday celebrations, or even business entertainment. It's also consumed passively, so it means that most people consuming it didn't actively seek out to order shark fin. It was decided by the host to serve it at the social occasion. So we decided to focus on weddings, which are ostensibly the most auspicious of family celebrations. And we wanted to create this new social norm that it was unacceptable to serve shark fin soup at weddings, which are supposed to be auspicious.
อย่าให้งานมงคลกลายเป็นไม่มงคลด้วยการกินหูฉลามเลยครับในทุกๆปีฉลามกว่า73ล้านตัวถูกฆ่าอย่างทรมานเพื่อมาเป็นซุปหูฉลามหยุดกินหูฉลามเท่ากับหยุดฆ่า
So we wanted to show the origin of where the shark fin comes from, because most people didn't know. We wanted to show why that it's not really appropriate to have at an auspicious event. We also like to use humor a little bit, even though it's a dark and pretty grisly story we're trying to tell. But at the same time, we're trying to amplify this social expectation that it's inappropriate to have shark fin at an ostentatious family celebration where you're trying to impress all your family and relatives. So we use this slogan in Thai, Chalong Mai Chalam, which is celebrate without shark. So it means we're embracing celebration. We want people to celebrate. We just don't want you to have shark as part of it. Now, one of the challenges as this campaign continued was how do you continually remind people of the importance of sharks and the impact of shark fin soup when they're only encountering this maybe once or twice a year at whatever events they're going to. And so some of the most urban Thais are not necessarily ocean sort of conservation passionate advocates, nor do they maybe even care much about sharks. So we started to broaden the message to include the fact that we're destroying our ecosystems and our own national ocean. So our national identity and our national pride, national heritage is being impacted. The good news is it's still a work in progress, but we've been able to reduce shark fin consumption by 35%. Among those who were eating it more than once per year, that's gone down by 43%. And we're using many of these lessons that we've learned now in many other different types of campaigns. So we've learned that the trusted messengers are able to reach this audience of the unconverted. And when those people, who don't normally think about ocean conservation or sharks or wildlife, they get reminded, oh, wow, that's something I might need to pay attention to. When they see that these people they care about also care about these issues, they may be more willing to think about also caring about it. And when they see these messages everywhere, they realize that, hey, maybe other people also think this way. So it also maybe validates that for people who might already have those views. So I wanted to end with one quick anecdote, which was that a few weeks ago, a Chinese businessman, Mr. Shen, came to visit me in my office. And he's the founder of a new company that now makes high-end fabrics for outdoor garments for Prada and Patagonia. Maybe you need some today in here. And he makes it from recycled fishing nets. And he's obtaining these fishing nets now from all around the world. He's selling more and more of this product, and he wants to use some of those revenues to support ocean conservation. And I asked, and I'm very happy and proud, it's very impressive that he wants to do that. And I was equally proud that he came to see us because he wants to work with us on it. But I asked him about where he got the inspiration to do this. And he said, you know, when I was young, I used to watch these TV ads with Yao Ming telling everyone to stop eating shark fin soup. And so how many more Mr. Shens are out there that we can inspire to make the change that we need to make? Thank you.